Hi, welcome back to the Spurs Analyst. Didn't get a chance to do a stream over the weekend, just been so busy, but I wanted to get my thoughts out about the start of Spurs' season today against Leicester. Yeah, we're here now, we're ready to go. Stop talking about transfers for today and really look forward to the game tonight. Now, before I get onto the game, I just wanted to talk about the new signing, a couple of exits, a couple of players out on loan. So we signed the young player last week. I'm going to call him Wilson because it's easier. And he came in at the end of last week out of nowhere. Now my thoughts on him, again, another player with potential. I myself wanted an experienced winger to come in and make a difference. Come straight into the first team and improve that forward line. But we've gone for Wilson. Now he's a young player playing for Burnley last season. He scored 3 goals, 1 assist, playing for a Burnley team that was struggling a lot. Didn't see that come in. There was no links before, so we'll have to wait and see how he gets on. It's just all going back to our kind of signing the youth players, another youth player, another 18-year-old. I don't know. I do hope he does well, but we can't expect him to come in and make a difference straight away. Maybe over time that he will get in the team and start, but it's just unknown. And again, it's a bit of a risk. Again, I would have rather had an experience. A winger go straight into that side, but it is what it is, and we'll have to see how that goes. I know he's not able to play tonight. His work permit didn't come through, so he's not on the bench. So that's that. This is only going to be a quick video, so I'm not going to go into anything in too much detail. We know last week Donnelly went out on loan to Leyton Orient. Scarlett's gone out on loan. We're very close to selling Oliver Skipp, which, I'm okay with. I just think Skipp he wasn't really going to get any better than he was, or he probably wasn't going to get the opportunity in the team. There's too many better players in the squad ahead of him anyway. He did have a couple of good moments playing for Spurs. Obviously, remembering that goal he scored under Conte against Chelsea. That was a nice moment. But I wish him all the best. I think going to Leicester is a good step for him. He'll get more game time. And I hope he has a good career. So good luck to him. Now we're looking at who we're going to bring in to replace him, because a lot of players have gone out in this window. We're looking up to 10 players going out on loan. So their spaces what need to be filled. I understand the home grow quota is an issue. I think there are only maybe 1 or 2 spaces left. We still need to get Reguilon out the door. We still need to get Lo Celso out the door. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. I've seen links. I think it was at the weekend or Friday to João Gomez. He's a player I like. A good tackler, good technically, box-to-box midfielder. I think he definitely improves our first team. And I really hope there is some truth in that. I haven't seen it, to be honest. The links on Twitter, not anybody notable who's reported that, so I don't know how much truth is in it. So I'm not going to kind of get too carried away with that or go into him much, because it might not even happen. It just might be a smoke screen for something else that might be coming. And then, as we've seen today on Twitter, Dan Kilpatrick mentions that Spurs are not looking for a number 6. I mean, that don't make any sense anyway. And him being a reporter, Ange doesn't play with a 6. He's looking for a general box-to-box midfielder. But anyway, he basically says that we're not looking for another midfielder because we're going to, because of Bergvall and Archie Gray, they've done well in pre-season. So I don't know about that one. I mean, Dan Fitzpatrick is, he's a good journalist. So there must be some truth in that, I guess, for him to come out and say that. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. We'll have to see. Maybe it'll just be another surprise. It's like we did with Wilson on Friday. We'll have to wait and see on that one. But if going back to Joel Gomez, he is a good tackler, quite aggressive player. I saw him play against Spurs last season for Wolves. Particularly remembering the game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, I was impressed. And I heard some analysis about him from another couple of YouTube channels, and they say he's really got good data, and he could be a good player for us. So going on to the left of the transfer window, we haven't got too much longer to go now. Well, we've got end of the month. If we are going to bring in a couple more, I want those players to be experienced players. Well, no, I keep saying this, but we had another youngster coming in with Wilson. We had Gray coming in, youngster. Signed the South Korea player. It's a lot of youngsters. Only Solanke is the kind of experienced player coming into their side. Yes, I know we've got Werner on loan, but you all know my thoughts on that. Those two players, Locatelli's been linked as well. Again, not too sure how much truth is in that. He's a player I would take straight away into the team. I think he offers us something different in that midfield. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see who's going to come in. And it's a bit quiet about the cover for the left side. There's talks about Vanderson on the right as a right back. I just don't understand that. We've got Pedro Porro there, we've got Spence for cover. I don't get the thinking of bringing him in. I don't. Again, what's the truth in that one? So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But looking at our transfer window so far, comparing it to some other clubs, looking at Man United in particular, who brought in a young centre back, but they generally signed experienced players ready to go, and who are going to jump into the first team and improve it. So Spurs, we're going down the youth project route. And yeah, I just think, the transfer window has been disappointing. As I said in previous videos, I expected, top players to come in and immediately improve that first team or challenge for the first team spots. That hasn't happened. We're looking at going to bringing in the young players, and we don't know how that's going to go. And I think really Spurs, they have to pull this off. They're going to have to do well next season, because again, if it's a season where we just miss out, or we don't make the Champions League spot or come close to winning a cup, it's going to fall down to the recruitment at the end of the day. And the fans, they're not going to be happy, including myself. It's going to be outrage. So it's a big risk bringing in all these young players, hoping that it's going to pull off. Now, there's something else I've read today, that Ange, I don't know if it was Ange directly who said this, but he likes the energy these young players will give the team. Now, if you kind of look at it like this, like the young players' energy compared to signing top experienced players, is that going to be enough for us to improve next year? Don't get me wrong, I'd be so happy if it does, but if I'm being realistic, I can't see it. I think we will be better this season. I think there will be improvements, but where that is and where that takes us this season compared to last season, we just don't know right now. And again, if we are signing more players, they need to be ready to go, and they need to come in and make a difference to that team. So we'll wait and see on that one. But it's a difficult one. Just a question to people, if anyone sees this video, how do we gauge success next season? What do people want, or what do people expect? What is an acceptable season for Spurs under Ange next year? What is it for people? Please comment, give me your thoughts. Knowing that this transfer window's gone so far, mainly signing young players, and signing Solanke, what is it now? What are people's expectations, and what should be Spurs' what can I say, goals for next season? For me, as I said last week, I don't think there'll be a massive change to much. I think we'll be challenging for European places. I think we can maybe do well in a cup if the draw goes well and maybe get a bit of luck. I don't think there's going to be a massive change from last season, another season of building. I just have to hope that, you know, the young players do better than what I think, and Solanke comes in and scores a lot of goals. He's got his chance tonight. So yeah, it's very unpredictable this season. Well, saying that's unpredictable, I just kind of said, you know, it looks like it's going to be the same. But you don't know. Could these young players make a difference to the team? Can they come in and challenge some of the starting midfielders, attackers? We'll have to wait and see. There's going to be plenty of games for them to have a go, try and get into the first team. So I'll leave that there for now. So let's just do a quick preview of the game tonight against Leicester. Now, I've been listening a lot about how Leicester fans are feeling, and they're not very confident going into the new season. Steve Cooper's come in. I heard that he hasn't been supported by the board in the transfer market. Change of style from Maresca leaving now to Steve Cooper. It's going to be an adjustment period for them. They have quite a few injuries as well. I heard they haven't even got a starting striker tonight. So yeah, so a little bit all over the place, Leicester, and Leicester fans are not feeling too confident about this season coming in. And then I look at this game tonight, and before I give my prediction, I'll tell you what I think the starting lineup will be, what Ange I think will start with. So I think he's going to go with the Vicario in goal. He's going to have centre backs Van der Ven and Romero. Udogie starting left back, Poirot on the right back. Then I think he's going to put Bentancur and Sarr and Maddison in midfield, with a top three of Son, Solanke and probably Johnson, or Kulusevski. Could be either. We won't know until the game starts. Now, what would I like to see? I would like a change in that midfield. I would like to see Bergvall there instead of Sarr myself. I think there's going to be a lot of chances in this game. It's a team that we should be dominating, and I think Bergvall would shine in this game, and I would probably put him in over Sarr. I don't think he's going to do it, but maybe Bergvall will come on a bit later on in the game. Who would I play on the right, Johnson or Kulusevski? Now, Kulusevski's been in good form in pre-season, so I'll be starting him on the right, even though I don't like him there. And I've said in my previous videos, don't want to see him there again. But I would rather start him than Johnson. Now, don't get me wrong. This game for Johnson should be a game where he should be able to make an impact. We're playing Leicester, just been promoted. Johnson will be getting into space, and he'll be able to create and finish off at the upper level of opposition. I think this is okay for Johnson. So Kulu, Johnson, whoever starts, both I think will do quite well against Leicester. So I'm expecting tonight a comfortable victory. We have a settled team. Leicester, there's a lot of changes, injury to players. Yeah, don't get me wrong, Leicester will be up for it. It's their first game back in the Premier League. It's got the crowd behind them. And I expect for the first 10 minutes or so, Leicester will be, playing really well, coming on to us, trying to create. Just ride through that, start passing the ball about, get it forward and take our opportunities. I'm looking at Solanke today thinking, this is a really good game for him to start off and score his first goal for Spurs. There's going to be chances. And I'm really intrigued to see how he gets on in his debut. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm just looking forward to see how we start. Are we going to start fast? Are we really going to go for it and score a few goals? And that's what I expect, especially against Leicester. It's a game that we should be winning. So yeah, I predict 3-0 to Spurs. Solanke scoring on his debut. I think we'll see a couple of young players, maybe Gray or Bergvall play. We might even see Mikey Moore come on a bit in the second half, possibly. I'd like to see him. So yeah, so that's it. That's my short video today. Come on, you Spurs.